Hey YouTube, it's Mike with Kane Autograph. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about card shows and private signings, but I want to take you on a little journey because like most of us in the hobby, I always end up talking about a few other things along the way. But that's half the fun, right? Whether you're here for TTM returns, card shows pickups, private signing wins, or just love the stories behind the autograph, you're in the right place. All right, first thing I want to talk about today. Big news out of Minnesota. The Twins hired Derek Sheldon as their new manager. I'll be honest, when talk started about replacing Rocco, I was really hoping we'd see Toby Gardenhire get the shot. He's done a great job in St. Paul, and I really believe at some point he's going to be a major league manager somewhere. I've been rooting for him. He's a great guy, awesome fellow. Didn't get the manager's job this time, but he did get some news. He did get promoted to the major league coaching staff, and I couldn't be happy for him. Seriously. Had the chance to meet him last summer, and he's exactly what you want in a baseball guy. He's smart, genuine, respectful, great with the fans, great with the players. Nothing but respect for him. I think Twins fans are going to love what he brings to that clubhouse. Side note, hey Twins, if you need somebody to replace Tony in St. Paul, I'm available. I'll grab a fungo bat and a bucket balls and show up. Just let me know. Before I get to the card show, let's talk about a couple other things. Blind trades. If you haven't done them before, here's how they work. You send me some cards and I send some cards back. Simple as that. No checklists, no expectations, just a fun, hobby-friendly way to surprise each other with some new pieces for our collections. So I did this blind trade with Johnny Serena, and if you aren't watching his channel, you should be. He's great, he's fantastic, and I love doing trades with him. So I sent some cards to Johnny, and here's what he sent back to me. I got Jim Longborn, who was the 1967 Cy Young Award winner, Mike Cadwell, who is on the Brewers Wall of Honor, and I love the blue on these classic cards. Johnny also sent me a couple other cards. Frank Rayberger, and he played for the Cubs, Padres, and Giants. And then John Matlock, who was 1972 Rookie of the Year. Just a great way to add new cards and keep those friendships alive. Thanks for doing the trade, Johnny. So next up is something really cool, just a random act of kindness. Justin over at Three Good Nerds surprised me with an awesome addition to my collection. Totally unexpected. He sent me a text one day and said, "Hey Mike, do you have these cards?" And I said, "No, I don't." He goes, "They're on the way." So he sent me Benny Daniels on the Sporting News Rookie Stars in 1959 with that red, white, and blue background. It looks awesome. And then Craig Anderson, even though the card's a little off center, it's just such a great looking card because he put the 1962 original Mets. He wasn't around for the 69 Miracle Mets, but original player for that. You know, when guys do stuff like this, it just reminds me of how much fun the hobby is. If you're not watching Justin, you should be. Go check him out. Along with that, I got JC Martin card, and I've gotten some other cards from JC. JC wasn't an original Met, but he was on that 69 Miracle Mets. And then Jim Golden. So glad to have these in my collections. Thanks, Justin. I appreciate it. All right, let's talk about the first card show I went to. This one was kind of a disappointment. Denny McLain, the last guy to win 30 games in the major league, was to appear at the card show in Orange City, Iowa. Really looking forward to that. Unfortunately, he ended up in a car accident on the way. No one was hurt, but he did miss his flight, so he couldn't make it to the show. I understand things happen, life happens. Definitely a bummer, but I'm glad nobody got hurt, so good thing. The cool news is I still made the trip, was there, picked up some big boxes of TTM fuel, and I mean big boxes. I got approximately 30,000 cards for 30 bucks. So every night I'm sitting downstairs in front of the TV sorting through these cards looking for guys that do TTM. So I'm going to have a ton of TTM fuel here. So if you're in need of some fuel, shoot me a text or shoot me an email. I'll help you out because I've got football, baseball. There's some basketball in there, and I've never really collected a lot of basketball autographs, but I'll find out who's signing and I'll send them out. So watch out and let's see what I come up with from these great big boxes. Now on to the second show. This one was run by a group near Des Moines, Iowa called the Pinstripe Faithful. Yes, as the name suggests, they're Yankee fans. I know, Yankee fans. Don't worry, these guys were incredibly welcoming. All jokes aside, they put on a really great show. They had Mike Eichshed there. For anyone who doesn't know Mike, he was a punter for the Raiders and the Vikings back in the day. He's actually an Iowa guy. Super cool to see him at a local show. After he got done signing, he hung around and he was just talking to people. So I went over and visited with him for a long time, and he's a great guy. He said he loves getting letters from people. He does good job with TTM. So if you send him a card, tell him I said hi. So the Pinstripe Faithful brought in this former Minnesota Twin, Chuck Knobloch, to sign at this card show. So I had Chuck sign on this 1999 1991 Rookie Stars card. So Scott Leyes had already signed, Willie Banks had signed, so Chuck threw his signature on it. Just for reference, I have an old autograph of Chuck. You can see his autograph has changed quite a bit over the years. He really abbreviated it. I can understand it's kind of a long signature, and when you get a line of people there, you want to get it through as quick as you can. But really happy with how it turned out. Looks nice. I was also able to pick up a couple Knobloch autographed baseballs at the show. Both nice inscriptions. One's for my collection, the other one's for a friend of mine who's a Knobloch fan. So on mine, I had the 1991 American League Rookie of the Year. On the other one, he put four-time World Series champion on there. I also brought along this multiplayer piece, and Chuck signed it for me. His signature's there underneath that red arrow. Really happy with how this piece is coming along. I got a lot of space for Twins to sign it yet. I'm not so sure about sending it out through the mail anymore. Just you never want to send something that you can't get back or you're afraid to lose. And I got a couple Hall of Fame autographs on there, so probably just do in-person signings, or it's got to be a dealer that I've got a really good relationship with. That's it for today's video. We covered a lot. The Twins hiring Derek Sheldon, Toby Gardenhire joining the big league staff, blind trades, random acts of kindness, and go check out those guys' YouTube channels. They're both great guys. And really happy with those pieces I picked up. I'll be sorting tons of TTM cards, getting them ready to send them out. Love doing these videos. This hobby always surprises me. The people, the mail days, the shows, the generosity, the stories. That's why I love doing these videos. Let me know what your favorite pickup was or if you've had any cool returns lately. Thanks for watching.